In the other videos I did one where I was messing about with a Scion 5. Well, that's died a death and I'm still writing my book. I'm on chapter 13 nearly now, and I've seen this thing called a Freewrite I've fancied for years. I've really wanted one and I've just gone, oh sorry, I'm going to buy one. They're a bit expensive for what you get, but I'm just going to unbox it and... Well boys, I've heard these are quite a bit shiny, bit of a dirt magnet. I'm not too worried about that, I can stick a few stickers on it. Box in a box. I've only wanted one of these, you know, for about 5 years. The original one came out. I always fancied it, but I got all the stuff, never bothered. Dun, dun, dun. Well boys, there she is. I'm not going to use it yet, I'm going to put it on charge. I've got some gardening to do, so I'll have a play later. This feels heavier than what I thought it was going to feel, in a good way. It's lovely. We've got a nice little, oh nice, yeah, I'm a bit of a keyboard freak. Yeah, anyway boys, there she is. That's the angle look, which is going to be nice when you're sitting on your lap. Lovely screen, plenty of size, low battery, blah blah blah, plug-in charger as expected. Oh, it's a nice keyboard, I like that, I like the feel of that. Right, so I'm going to plug her in boys, with the proprietary, very nice. I'm all excited. I love writing. It's one of me many passions. It's got a nice little Freewrite tag on there. It does feel nice. Nice hinges feel quite sturdy. One or two said the power button's a bit janky, but anyway. Right, I'm going to plug her in boys and I'll come back with a verdict later. Morning campers, it's been an extraordinary long time since I've done anything, so I thought I'd have a plod out this morning. It's nice and fresh, about I think it's 13 degrees. I'm not going far and I'm going to have a cup of coffee and a chat. I laid in bed this morning, woke up about 5:45, thought right, I'm going to go out, and I thought, oh usual. So I've sat about for half an hour. I've just put a lovely pork joint in the oven. Got a casserole dish with an inch of water in the usual style, and that'll be cooking for 3 or 4 hours. By the time I get back, that will just drop off the bloody bone or whatever. I've actually brought a tin of beans with me. I just fancied something because I'm a little bit hungry, and I thought, oh, you know what? So I chucked a couple of bickies in and a tin of beans. So what a combination! And pork Sunday dinner to follow. Makes it all worthwhile. Well boys, smile on face. Why haven't I come up here in so long? Can't answer it. There's no answer, I just haven't. Wow, it's dead quiet today, really nice. I've seen 2 people on the way up and I've done a really good time. It's just gone all past, it's took me about half an hour. Yeah, I got a bit of a wiggle on and we're here. I'm just going to set up. I brought my tarp. I don't know if I'm going to bother putting it up or not, but spent all that time saying I'll come up next week, and I haven't. And yeah, I'm trying to change my lifestyle a bit because I got into the habit. Me and my missus, we both like wine, and most evenings, bottle of wine. Sometimes, not always, but it got to the point where it was virtually every day. And I said to her, this is getting crazy. Especially we were spending a silly amount, like hundreds of pounds a month, just on grog basically. And I just thought, what with bills going up, this is getting crazy. So we've just gone bosh, cut it on the head, and we just have a bottle at weekend. And started home brew again. So I get these wine kits, 30 bottle wine kits. You normally get about 25 bottles out of it. But basically, it costs 35 quid instead of hundreds, and that lasts us a month or so, which is just insane. And it's not as nice as I like Prosecco, I like the bubbly stuff, it's like drinking pop, but it's really nice and quite strong, and it's costing us next to no. So I feel great because I had some Friday night. I didn't have anything last night, so I got up this morning. I felt a bit groggy this morning, even though I hadn't had any beer or out. Now I'm out, I'm fine, I've woke up, and I feel a lot better for it. I enjoy my time. Seems to have more time as well, because in the evening you'd have a glass of wine apiece, and before you know it, it's time to go to bed. Sounds like we're right winos, but I'm afraid it's the slippery slope that is easy to get into. We've both actually just packed up drinking in the week, and it's not that hard, to be fair. What a thing of beauty. Just lately I've really got back into music again, like playing it, as in records, not actual. I'm crap at playing guitar, but I strum now and again. Yeah, and I bought myself a record deck, and I've got back into vinyl. It's quite a trend at the minute, and I thought, well, I'll have a crack at that, and I'm really enjoying it. The only thing is, it's bloody expensive. It's about 25 quid or so for an album if you get a new one. I've been buying a lot of second-hand stuff. I'm into prog rock, and I'm trying to build up my collection of Yes albums. I'm really getting into Yes at the minute, and it sounds so nice on a record player. I got sick of the old techno crap, because I've got a million flipping MP3s, and I tend to just flick and never listen to anything. So it's nice now, you put an album on and you listen to it, because you can't be able to keep getting up and changing it and moving the arm across. So I've got a reasonable i5, I got a separate amp, only a budget deck, Technica LP3 Audio Technica. It's just like a budget, reasonable. I bought a different cartridge for it, needle, just the VM95 if anybody's interested, 95E, the newer one, and it sounds to my untrained ears bloody marvellous. I'm really enjoying it. In fact, so much so, when I was a kid, obviously we had a record player, and it never sounded as good as what it does now. I must have had a really crap hi-fi in the past, but it sounds great. I'm really pleased with it. That's the last of my coffee. I've got enough for about 2 cups, and that's it. Oh, that is, yeah. Oh. Speaking of coffee, my fame travels far and wide. Yeah, really. I was in Nottingham the other week with my missus, and some guy, I saw some guy look at me a couple of times, and I thought, do I know him? I'm not sure. We're in Costa Coffee, and he goes, are you Chris Scott? And I'm like, yeah. And it was some guy that had subscribed. I've not spoke to him since on the YouTuber, because I've not done any videos. But anyway, cheers, mate. Sorry, I forgot your name, but yeah, I was famous. Anyway, nice to meet you anyway, mate, if you watch this. Cheers. Do you want to see something funny? You know those beans I was going to have? Well, I've just realised, I don't know if you can see that well, I've actually brought a tin of chopped tomatoes. They go well with bacon and eggs, but on their own they're a bit wishy-washy. I'll have them anyway, but I just opened it and I looked and I thought, oh no. Because we're in the cupboard where we've got as tins, we've got like them 4-packs of beans and chopped tomatoes and all, you know, spaghetti hoops and all that crap. And I thought, and I grabbed it, I don't know what I was thinking about, never even checked it. I just thought, oh, that's a, I don't know why it was next to the beans, I picked the wrong one, didn't I? What an absolute... It's bloody lovely, but I need some salt and pepper. I need to, that's a note to self. I've got no salt and pepper and I'm eating tomatoes, but hey, it's a healthy breakfast if nothing else. Really tasty actually. Not quite warm enough yet. Totally organised. I set my bag up last night, thought I'd done everything. I was really tired last night though. I was still recovering from one thing, because of me not drinking beer in the week, when I do have any wine or whatever, it goes straight to my head. I was Friday night, Saturday morning, I got up and I felt rotten. So I think that's a good thing, really, because I got to the point where I got used to it, and I wasn't. I just used to drink it and didn't even feel like I drunk anything, which is not a good sign, really. So anyway, I'm enjoying this so much, boys and girls. It's just been so lovely. It's really peaceful. I ain't even heard any horsey people or anything. It's only 8:30 in the morning. Still quite cool, actually. It is in here anyway. It's probably about, I don't know, 13, 14 degrees. It's not that warm yet. Yeah, and the bird song is really lovely this morning. I hope the camera's picked it up. But there were a song thrush earlier on just over here somewhere, tweeting away, and it was beautiful. Absolutely, so relaxing. Yeah, so let's look at the evidence at the minute. I'm still building a train set, which I've not done nothing on for a month or two because the weather's been too nice and it's really hot in the attic. I'm really into my music, and also that I'm going to put the Freewrite unboxing at the start of this video, I think. I shot that probably 3-4 months ago. Last time I did a video, it was winter time when I got the Freewrite. So I think I've bored you before. I'm still writing the story. I'm on chapter 15 now, actually. So I've done a couple of chapters on the Freewrite since I bought it. Only like about another 6,000 or 7,000 words. So I'm up to about 40 odd. I think I've done about 45,000 words now from the story, and I really enjoy it. I should have brought that Freewrite with me today, and I'm kicking myself, but I haven't got a case, and I'm a little bit paranoid because it was expensive. I didn't want to just bring it in my bag and get all scratched up and that, because it's quite pretty. It's shiny plasticky stuff, and it's a scratch up to hell. I only use it at home and in the garden and stuff, but it is superb. Anybody that's interested, basically it is just a really nice keyboard and an e-ink screen. It's not touch type, it's not touch sensitive screen. You can hardly edit. All you can do is write forward, and that's the whole point. One thing, yeah, I'm getting back into having one-use devices. Apart from my phone, I'm addicted to phones, like everybody in the world. I've been wearing my Hamilton again for a while just lately. I still like my Casio with a book, you know, that's really good, but this is such a beautiful one-use device. Right, it tells the time and it's got the date. Two devices, two uses. Like my record player, basically you get a record, you put it on, that's it. Turn it on and off. But it does what it does really well. Like my watch, keeps really good time. You don't have to rely on battery power. Your record player, basically switch it on, like I say. You can't do anything else. It's not like MP3s and you can set the graphic and you're doing this and clicking, and I can't be bothered with it. The older I get, the more I just want something that works. I can use it and there's no faff. So that's the same with that with the Freewrite. All you can do is type on it, and it's a beautiful experience because there's no pop-ups. You're not on a PC. I mean, obviously you need to edit on a PC, but you get the writing, you get the words down, which is such a it's a simple but a good idea. Basically everything we get nowadays, everybody expects it to have 20 different, you can do this, you can take photos with it, it's telling you messages, your computer, everything, messenger pops up, emails pop up, but actually it's really useful but counterproductive in my opinion. And to just have basically an electric typewriter, to me it's so good, because if you're in the zone, if anybody that writes or enjoys writing, effectively the device becomes transparent, if that makes sense. You type, and I'm classed as a pantser. Basically you fly by the seat. I've got a basic idea where I want to go, but I get so much into the typing that the story takes me to places as if I'm reading a book. It's hard to explain really. I enjoy it that much, really enjoy it. It's really, I can't explain the word. It feels lovely to get. I've always liked creativity. I've always liked taking photos, videos, drawing, that type of thing, arty type, you know, the music type of thing. I'm not particularly any good at any, but I really enjoy them, and I think that's all that matters. Regardless of if you're any good at anything or not, if you enjoy it, what else, you know, it doesn't matter, does it? So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Word of the day: one-use device. That's the way forward. And I think after I've rattled for all that time, and I've turned the heat up on this, we've got a bit of a bubble on now, so yeah, that's definitely warm now. And I've got some lumpy bits at the bottom. I've burnt it. Had to be done, boys and girls. That's beautiful. I've not heard no machines or anything today, no cars revving up. On the subject of cars, I've noticed, I think, obviously we're back to some sort of normality now, but since the price hike and everything, I've noticed that the road outside where I live isn't as busy as it used to be. In general, it sort of peaked after COVID and it seems to have dropped off again now. I think people are cutting down a little bit. Say it's nice weather as well. Well, boys and girls, what a lovely little morning for me anyway, a little trip out. It's only early, it's 10 to 10. So, what time are we going off? We've been here a couple of hours or so, really enjoyed it. I need to do more videos. Even if they've got no real content in them, it don't matter, does it? I enjoy it. Anyway, I'm going to take a steady walk round and have a look at the old wood for a bit, and then make my way home. Boys, I've come the long way round. It's so bloody lovely. Wind's got up quite a bit now. It's quite warm down here now. It's definitely warmed up a bit. So I imagine it's about 16 degrees, something like that now. And it's made me realise that I've really enjoyed the walk on my own today. Just a bit of me time. It's been bloody lovely. So nice. I don't want to go home now. But it's not well, it's 10:15. So I've got loads of time. I'm just going to have a wander around for a bit and have a bit of a poke about and see what happens. Catch you in a bit.